In the mid 1980s, when fear traveled faster than news and whispers were louder than radio broadcasts, one name echoed across the street of Benin City and beyond: Lawrence Anini. But people did not call him that, they called him the law. Not because he upheld justice, but because for a time it seemed as though no law could touch him. The rise of a notorious figure, Anini was born into legend. He grew up like many young men of his time, surrounded by hardship, limited opportunities, and the daily struggle to survive. But somewhere along the line, he chose a different path, one that led into crime. What started small soon grew into something far more dangerous. By the mid 1980s, Anini had become the leader of a deadly armed robbery gang operating across Bendel State, now Edo and Delta State. His gang was organized, fearless, and ruthless. They attacked banks, ambushed vehicles, and strung with precision that left both citizens and authorities shaking. A city under fear. In those days, once the sun began to set, the street would grow quiet. Markets closed early. Families locked their doors. Night travel became a risk few were willing to take. Stories spread of serious and sudden roadblocks, gunshots in the dark, and daring robberies carried out in broad daylight. Even more shocking was the rumor that Anini had connections within the police, making it easier for him to evade capture. Whether exaggerated or true, it deepened people's fear. People began to believe something unthinkable, that Anini was untouchable. By that time, the government strikes back. The situation became so serious that the military government, led by Ibrahim Babangida, took decisive action. A special police squad was formed to hunt Anini down. The man leading that mission was Kayode Wanrewo. The chase was intense. For months, it was a battle of intelligence, strategy, and survival. Each side tried to outsmart the other, but the net was closing in. By December 1986, the story took a dramatic turn. Anini was captured. The man who had once moved like a shadow, who had turned an entire region into a place of fear, was finally in custody. His trial was swift. The evidence was overwhelming. The government wanted to send a clear message that crime, no matter how powerful, would not prevail. In 1987, Lawrence Anini was executed by firing squad. And just like that, the man called the law was gone. But his story did not end there. Even today, decades later, Anini's name still surfaces in conversations, sometimes as a warning, sometimes as a piece of history. His life became a powerful lesson that fear can give a man power, but it cannot give him peace. And in the end, no one outruns consequences forever.